Good day, bikers. Jimmy here with another small greeting from Bob Towers. Alex and Dee are pedalling towards what promises to be another exciting adventure, and I can't wait to hear what you all think. Meanwhile, in real life, the saga of Jimmy's ineptitude at editing is ongoing, and with a new cast member and a change of hardware, I'm still trying to find that sweet spot in my editing flow. I'm getting there, but it does mean that the sound for this episode isn't quite there yet. I've been submerging myself in YouTube videos and audio blogs to make sure that things continue to improve. To add to the drama, my trusty computer is beginning to struggle with the podcasting process, and in all likelihood doesn't have much longer left, which is why this week's episode ends slightly differently to our usual episodes. I'm looking into purchasing new gear, but that will take time and money. If you have been enjoying our content thus far, and you're in a position to do so, we'd love it if you could subscribe to our Patreon to help speed up the process. We have a whole host of bonus content for patrons, and I'm pleased to announce that I'll be running a series of Patreon-exclusive one-shots with my friends in the community to make sure that you get more bang for your buck. If you are unable to commit to a subscription but still want to contribute, then we also have a Ko-Fi page. Simply search Brits on Bikes on either platform to find out how to subscribe. Finally, there's no promo this week. However, I did want to share with you a fantastic new 5th Ed podcast that I've recently started listening to. Here There Be is an actual play D&D podcast that follows two spellcasters as they try to survive in a kingdom where magic will get you burnt at the stake. A desperate gravedigger and an impulsive teen find themselves witnesses to a series of undead sightings. As they start to investigate, they must be wary of the people they befriend, the very same people who would turn against them if they only knew the truth about their magic. I've just recently listened to the first couple of episodes, and this is adorable. I love it. It's really nice. The relationship between both players and DM is fantastic. Ren does an awesome job running this game. You can find Here There Be on Twitter and Instagram at Here There Be Cast. Now, on with the show. Folks, and welcome to episode 3 of Brits on Bikes. My name is Jimmy Sprinkles, and I will be your humble GM for this evening. And with me, as always, is Eve.
Howdy.
And Sean.
Good evening.
Sean, I do believe you did the recap last time, didn't you?
I did.
So, Eve, would you like to tell us what happened last session?
Yes, I remember everything that happened last session.
Same.
And
to be fair, it was 2 weeks ago.
I know it ended with Dee getting called in by the cops.
Yeah, my bad.
Alec, that's right. Okay, so yeah. We investigated the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Dee was just a consummate professional about it. Alex, I keep wanting to say Sally. I'm so used to my old partner in crime. Alex is like, no, I want to be a big old turd and go to the cops because I'm a narc. And so yeah, he's like, all right, whatever, you go to the cops, see what happens. And of course the cops are no help. They got all questioned up and everything.
Oh, they did. Oh, I was not happy about those questions. Those were probing.
Oh yeah, that's what happens when you say, oh yeah, my friend got like kidnapped and such. Then something happened at your house.
I listened to Kevin MacLeod.
Okay. Dee went around and did a bunch of D stuff, and then ended up at the school, and we got, or I guess Alex got accosted by the girl's dad, and then I think Dee's about to get accosted by a cop.
Okay, cool. I'll just chime in. There was one thing that did happen that we haven't mentioned.
Dream sequence?
D had another dream. You were in a room, and
That's
there was a
right.
voice. There was a sound the other side of the door, and you couldn't open the door. And you peeked through the little hole in the door, and then you saw just like this eye
with blue flesh. I remember that.
With blue flesh.
And I spent the entire time listening and feeling like, oh god, I never want to have one of these dreams, because you were putting me right on edge. It was really, really scary.
Meanwhile, once again, D is at this point getting used to prophetic dreams. It's like, okay, you want to give me a prophetic dream? Well, screw you.
So we're just going to pick up from where we left off then. So Mrs. Farnsworth, the head teacher, had sent you, Alex, on your way to class. The bell had just gone and you were off to registration. D, you had followed the policeman who had been escorting Mrs. Farnsworth into the school, and he takes you up to the head teacher's office. He opens the door to the reception area and just gestures you in.
Okie doke.
Okay, you've been here before, so you know the layout. You've got the reception area, and then you've got two separate offices, one for the head teacher, one for the deputy head as well.
Well, I mean, I don't know which one I'm supposed to go to, so I just kind of stand there awkwardly, waiting for the cop to do whatever.
The cops closed the door on the management offices, so he's not in there. It's just you.
Oh, okay. I guess he just stands there. Is there anybody in here?
Nope.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna sit down. I'm assuming that there's a waiting chair.
Yeah, there's a waiting chair. You can wait there if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna sit down there.
Okay.
Nobody told me where I was supposed to go, so I'm assuming I'm waiting on somebody. If I'm in trouble, I don't want to interrupt something by knocking on the door.
Make a brains roll for me.
2.
You just sit there for a little while longer. About a minute or two passes when you hear a sound from the head teacher's office. Listen, I suggest you come inside right now.
Me?
You heard. In.
All right, yeah, D gets up and goes in. Yeah.
Okay, so you open the door, and as you walk in, you can see a figure stood at the window, almost silhouetted. An average-sized man in a trench coat who is staring out the window wistfully and smoking a cigarette. He turns around and he says, "You took your time."
Yeah, well, you just kind of led me into the waiting area and left me. I didn't know where I was supposed to go. I figured I was waiting on somebody to come and get me.
The man sighs and shakes his head. "Just sit down for a moment, will ya?"
Yeah, D sits down.
He picks up a piece of paper from the head teacher's desk and he says, "Do I have the pleasure of Mr. Derek Wilson?"
You got the pleasure, D.
He walks slowly around the desk and perches on it. He inhales on his cigarette. He exhales a cloud of smoke and just drops the cigarette butt into a coffee cup that's just perched on the desk. "Do you mind telling me your whereabouts yesterday evening?"
Around what time specifically?
"What did you do after school?"
Well, I got a small job up at the junkyard, taking in packages and whatnot while the owners are out of town. And then I went and I headed home. I took a scenic route, but that was my night.
"A scenic route, you say? Very interesting.
Hmm?
Whereabouts did you go?"
Went over around Kingsway, cut across a couple yards, past the town hall, went by Microsoft Park, The usual.
Oh, yes, Microsoft Park. Can I just point out as well, you lot are rubbish at asking for people's names.
Yeah.
Our bad.
I know this guy's name. It's Pig.
That's all you need to know.
Officer Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
He raises an eyebrow and says, oh, and did you happen to see anybody else? Did anybody else see you around Microsoft Park? What time was this?
Oh, well, I mean, I ain't got a watch, but I'd say it's probably around, like, I don't know, 5, 6-ish, something like that.
Interesting. And you saw anybody? Did you see anybody at the time?
Yeah, so that, one, squirrely kid. New guy?
He opens the inside of his jacket and pulls out a pad. What was this kid's name?
I don't know his name. I haven't been paying attention to him since he got here. Which, honestly, yeah, I don't think we've ever actually been formally introduced.
Names. We're really bad at names.
Very well. And this was the only person you saw at 6 o'clock yesterday evening?
I heard a girl screaming.
Now it's funny you get onto that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, a young lady who is the daughter of a prominent member of the community has gone missing. And if she isn't found, then my life gets very, very difficult. Do you understand?
Oh, sure.
So let's not fuck around, shall we? Mr. Wilson, I need to know exactly what happened to that girl. What did you see of her? Where was she?
She was over by the clubhouse. I didn't see what happened to her. I'm trying to figure it out, but I didn't see nothing.
You're trying to figure it out. Oh, yes. I wondered when we might be hearing this. Listen, I know of your little escapades. My predecessor told me all about how you found the Marsh Stone. Maybe you've read too many Famous Five novels. Think you're going to somehow outthink the police and outsmart these ne'er-do-wells. Well, let me tell you, Sunshine, I've had plenty of experience of kids like you, and I can tell you right now, it won't end well for you. So tell me what you know so you can clear off and go to lessons.
I already told you what I know so far.
You know nothing else.
Nothing else.
I hope you're telling the truth, Sunshine. I really do, for your sake.
Yeah, Dee just sits back and crosses their arms.
Consider this a polite warning. I would like you to keep your nose clean. Recovering a stolen stone is one thing. Poking your nose into a kidnapping is completely another. So stay away from any misdemeanors and stay well clear of my radar. Otherwise, there will be trouble. Do you understand?
Perfectly. Officer...
Inspector Hawtrey.
Excuse me. Oh, wait. Inspector Hawtrey. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Wish I could say the same. Go on your bike.
No, we're inside. He just gets up and leaves.
It's metaphorical.
Yeah, sure it is, but...
Okay, what you planning on doing?
I guess we're going to class.
Yeah, I mean, it's still registration. And whilst we're on that note, whilst this little tete-a-tete is going on, Sean, you're in registration.
Yes.
When you walk in, make a grit roll for me.
Okay. Here we go. D8. A3. How bad is this going to be? Because I might throw some...
A 3 will do it.
Okay,
That's fine.
cool.
That's not a problem.
Okay.
As you walk through the door, you notice that there is a audible kind of hush as you walk in.
They think I'm the murderer. God damn it. They think I'm the murderer.
It's not like Tumbleweed's complete silence, but you can see that everybody is aware of who just walked in.
It's murderer silence. It's known murderer silence. That's what it is. It's the silence you get when someone knows you did a murder.
And that, kids, is why you don't go to the police.
Gosh darn it.
All right, so what do you want to do?
I'm going to take my
Cry.
seat. I'm not going to cry. I didn't cry from yesterday's puddle, but horrible making my all muddy incident. I'm not going to cry from this. I'm not going to cry from. I'm not going to cry from murder silence. Murder silence is more of an uncomfortable feeling than a cry feeling. I'm going to sit down and bathe myself in the murder silence and try to ignore it.
You go to sit down, and almost immediately a boy comes over, pulls up a chair in front of your desk.
Oh no!
And does that horribly manly macho thing of sitting on it in reverse.
Not a murder interrogation.
You know who this kid is. His name is Mickey Spout.
Ugh.
Mickey he's something of an antagonizer.
Noted dip.
He is a dip. He also is still suffering from the fact that he's just hit puberty and his voice is not quite broken properly yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's that kid at school who the only word you could use to describe him is weasel.
Right.
And he looks across at you. So, what did you do with her then?
Nothing. I didn't do anything.
You're an old world of trouble, you know that, don't you?
God, I hate his voice. Oh my God. It's the worst. Yeah, I know. I know that people think I did something, but I didn't.
Not just any people. Mr. Plimpton.
Oh.
Yeah, you know. Patrick Plimpton.
Do I know Patrick Plimpton?
Probably not. No, you're not really new enough.
I'm sure the Plimpton name probably rings a bell.
Yeah, go on, make a brains roll. See if you recall the name.
There we go, D12 in it. Bam! That's a 1. I've got no idea.
So you just been introduced to Daniel Oreo. You're just like, I wonder who he's connected to.
I just look at this guy and I'm just like, I have no idea who that is. I have no idea.
All right, new boy. Well, Patrick Plimpton owns the factory.
Cool. And why is that significant for me?
You do know that he's worth a fortune and he's very important around here.
Cool, but I'm not going to get a job. I'm only 14.
Look, you just listen here. If old man Plimpton thinks you're somehow involved in this, then you're going to find yourself in trouble. And I don't mean he'll ban you from eating in Royal Dunkers.
Gosh, this guy's a little bit of a weenie, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a weasel.
He's a massive weenie. Listen, mate. I don't care about Royal Dunkers. I don't care about anything. Can we just sit down and get on with school, please? I didn't do anything.
Well, on your own head be it. But I'm watching you.
Okay, go for it. Have fun. Whatever. They wouldn't say Minger back in those days, but if this was the 90s, I would be saying whatever, Minger.
At that point, Mrs. Nocturne drags herself into the classroom. Mickey hops up and goes and joins the rest of his cronies at another desk.
Has the murder silence turned into teacher silence?
It's definitely a teacher silence,
Okay.
and Mrs. Nocturne begins to reel off the register, and about halfway through, Dee comes in. Mrs. Nocturne glances and doesn't even bat an eyelid. You go and sit down, Dee.
And no, I just stand in the middle of the classroom. Yeah, no, I sit down.
Okay, so the registration session ends, and I want to know what you want to do for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think Dee's just going to carry on as normal until the end of the day. Too many eyes right now.
And what about you, Alex? What's your take on things?
I'm getting really fed up of the murder silence. And I'm getting really fed up of the fact that clearly Dee knows more than they're letting on. Well, they've said things to me, and I don't fully understand them yet. The whole witch thing is still driving me a little bit up the wall. And I know that they've talked to the police because I saw them go into the school. Didn't I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to bug them, or try to bug them during the day to be like, what did you do? What did you say?
Okay, when do you plan on approaching them then?
Lunchtime? Maybe?
So it gets to lunchtime. And Dee, where do you normally spend your lunch hour?
Probably over in, how there's always like that one corner where like the lighting's kind of off and it's dimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, D's in the shadow corner.
Okay, so what? Are you staying inside? You're not going outside?
Oh, is that? I guess that is an option for y'all. I didn't even think about that. I'm so used to just being stuck inside over here.
This is the 70s. There is nothing stopping you from leaving the premises as long as you're back in time for
Yeah,
the
no,
second half of the day.
D definitely just heads out front and just like sits on the front steps in that case.
Okay, what, the front steps of the main entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. Alex, I'm going to ask you to roll a grit to see if you can find D.
Oh, no. That's a 6.
Hey!
Please tell me that'll do it.
That will do it, that's fine.
Okay, so right then.
So it doesn't take you too long to find D. What are you doing whilst you're sat there, D? Anything at all?
Probably jotting in that notebook, make a note of the police investigation and the non-too-subtle threat.
All right then, so Alex, you see D scribbling away in their notebook.
They're outside the
go.
front of the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm not particularly keen on standing outside the front of the building with all the murder silence going on. So I form a tiny paper airplane and I throw it their way.
I'm gonna say you have to roll a flight to see if
That's
you can
fine.
hit it.
The paper
Yeah,
airplane has
definitely.
inside it says, I need to talk to you right now.
Okay, I guess this has to be a flight roll because
That's fine, I've got a
you're
D20
literally
in that.
flying.
I've got a D20 in that one, and I'm going to come
Go
out
for
with
it.
a 15.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Fly true, you beautiful little bird.
The paper hits D in the head, and they immediately just go, "Hey, what the?" They like grab the paper, wad it up, and stand up. It's like, who threw that?
And I sort of look at them, and I make like a gesture to be like, open the paper.
Dude just like frowns and walks over. Like, why are you throwing paper at me?
Yeah, open the paper.
Why? D opens the paper. What did it say again?
It says, I need to talk to you.
Why are you having me open the paper? Why didn't you just come over before you talk to me?
Because there are loads of people around, and I need to talk to you in private.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you after school, you idiot.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so we don't need to talk right now?
No, I've got a place.
Right. Okay. Fine.
Do you know where the Elysium Junkyard is?
Do I know where the Elysian Junkyard is? I don't think I would I?
Actually, you probably would because it's near where you live.
Wait a minute, the junkyard's right next to the fancy stuff. What?
Is that right next?
No, it's not right next to it. So you've got Seaview Terrace along the top,
Yeah.
and then just you see where that road is coming off Upper Gerard Way? Just here.
That road will always make me giggle. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I guess. I say, yeah, I do.
Okay, well, meet me there after school.
Right, okay. Sure. Alright then, when do you want to meet?
After school.
But when? When after school? I have... It's like a good chunk of time after school.
Like, you leave school and you go to the junkyard.
Straight away?
Yeah. What else are you gonna do?
I don't know, eat?
You can grab a snack on the way. It's fine.
Fish and chips?
I mean, sure, if you want. I don't care.
Alright, okay. And I just sort of
You
back
can
off.
eat whatever you want.
Just back off really slowly and confused. I sort of dissolve into the crowd of kids.
Amazing.
That's the most amazingly awkward thing.
To be fair, you are an amazingly awkward character, so that's all right.
Which is weird because, like, Alex, when he was in the city, was fine. And here, he's so out of his element. It's so different.
It's town mouse syndrome.
Yeah, it's horrible. The air here is breathable. Makes my brain work.
Is there anything you would like to do before the end of school?
Learn.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't think so.
Okay, so you get through the rest of the day. Alex, you're accosted a couple of times throughout the course of the day by people wanting to know what you know about the disappearance of Jessica Plimpton.
Yeah. I think I'm probably just getting increasingly exasperated and I keep saying the same thing.
Are you telling them anything, or?
I say I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. And I didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay, that's fine. So the bell rings at the end of the day. Dee, I'm guessing you're jumping on your trusty rally chopper and heading off to the Elysium.
Yeah.
Are you going to wait for Alex, or are you just going to meet him there?
Alex wanted to go and get some, food.
Fish and chips from the fish and chip place that I created.
Actually, one thing, as Dee's leaving, if they see Alex, they're just going to tell him, hey, pick me up a thing on your way. Like a thing of fish.
Battered sausage.
Battered sausage?
Oh, I love a battered sausage.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just a sausage dipped in batter and deep fried.
Truly a British cuisine.
So, that's Jimmy.
That's not a corn dog. That is not a corn dog.
It's not the same.
Okay.
Different type of batter.
Okay.
Plus the sausage is probably not even sausage.
I'm just checking. The same concept as a corn dog, though.
Similar concept.
Why didn't y'all tell me that? God. Also, y'all have terrible names for stuff.
What, battered sausage? It's a sausage that's battered. It's a sausage that's
blood
battered.
pudding.
We don't call it blood pudding. We call it black pudding.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. Y'all got a better name for that.
Alex, you're heading off to the Phoenix Plaza.
Yep.
To pick up some fish and chips. That
is so far on the other side of town.
It's fine.
Yeah, it is.
I really want fish and chips. I don't get to have them very often. So I'm going to live vicariously through my character. I go to the Phoenix Plaza, and this is where I'm going to use my flaw, known to be quite stingy with this money thing, and get Dee a small battered sausage.
I wanted a freaking thing of fish.
Oh, you wanted a freaking thing of fish? Okay,
well, Dee's not there. If you ordered Dee a battered sausage,
no,
I guess
that was
because have to deal with it.
We got talking about battered sausage. No, I will get you a small freaking fish thing. I get myself a large freaking fish thing.
Okay, so you head into the fish and chip shop.
Yes.
Which is rather imaginatively named The Meeting Place.
Yes, it is. I get there and I look and I go, oh, what an inspired name. I weep a single tear.
You head on in. And have you been here before?
I'd say a couple of times, yeah. My dad probably occasionally drives by here. We grab some fish and chips on the way home.
Sounds reasonable. So as you get in, the man behind the counter recognizes you and he says, oh, all right there, son. It's the new boy, isn't it? No, don't tell me. Large fish, small chips. Right.
Large fish, small chips, but also a small freaking fish thing.
Okay. He chuckles amiably and says, sure, no problem. I'll chuck that in there as well. And I'll tell you what, I'll even chuck in some scraps.
Oh, you're a wonderful man.
He wraps all the stuff up in newspaper, hands it over to you.
Thanks, mate.
And he says, yeah, say hello to your dad for me.
I will do. Sure. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. And I go out through the
Do you remember the fish and chip shop man's name?
Oh, bugger. It was Anish, wasn't it?
Anish,
yeah. Yeah, that's his name. Named after a very, very old friend from school that I haven't seen in 23 years. That's for you, Anish.
Should you be listening to this
Should you be
podcast?
listening to this podcast? Yeah.
All right. So, are you going straight to the Elysium from here,
Yeah.
Alex, or are you going home first?
Now I'm going to go straight up Arrowfield Road?
Arborfield.
Arborfield Road. Straight up there. I'm going to swing by Gerard Way. I'm going to look at it and smile. And then I'm going to go via Columbus Road and then round the squiggly bit and then up a Gerard Way. Going up Gerard Way and then I'm going to get to the place.
Okay. Right. I'm just going to take a pause there for a moment because I think we need to establish some lore on who this Gerard is.
Yes.
This road is named after a famous historical character of Marsh Haven with the surname Gerard. What are they famous for and who are they?
I think first we should establish time period. Are we talking medieval or are we talking modern?
I think we're talking 18th century.
18th century. God, this is where I need to start thinking about centuries. Let's have a look at what happened in the 18th century.
So the 1700s.
So, somebody fancy.
The 18th century was a period of enlightenment.
Terrible shoes.
It saw violent slave trading and human trafficking on a global scale, according to Wikipedia.
Gross.
Maybe he was a slave trader. No.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was an abolitionist.
Well, this is the thing. Did you know that Newton was a slave trader?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
involved.
Jeez.
Yeah, everybody in history is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for somebody to look back on me and be like, God, Eve was the pits. Because that means that they're better than me. What could classic Gerard be? Maybe old school Gerard was a musician too.
Maybe.
Who old school Gerard is the one that made the first copyright free music.
I love it. He introduced the concept of royalty free music.
Yeah,
he was a massive abolitionist of the monarchy.
A genre trendsetter.
He was like the 18th century version of Sex Pistols. Like he was royalty free and also royalty free.
Give this Gerard a first name.
Part of me almost just said Way Gerard.
I was thinking Way Gerard. What about, is Franklin Avenue named after someone else, or is it just Frank? Because it could be Franklin Gerard.
There is a reason for Franklin. I can't remember.
No relation to that Franklin, though.
Yeah, it's just another Franklin. It was a happy accident that both roads were next to each other.
Come on, a name. This is taking far longer than I expected.
Monty.
Montague Hamish Gerard the First.
M.H. Gerard.
Yes.
Okay, that's now canon. M.H. Gerard.
Creator of royalty-free music.
Free music. Yes.
The whole genre.
Died of
all types.
Died of syphilis.
Well, of course.
Like
you know, the creator of royalty-free music got around.
Close friend of the Earl of Rochester.
Yes.
Yeah,
very close friend. They were very, very close, according to historians. Good friends.
In fact, he even composed music for some of Rochester's more illicit poems.
They used to just hang around all the time. Like they used to spend like nights just chilling out together as good friends.
Yeah,
chowing down on sandwiches that were invented by their friend the Earl.
Yes.
Doing a little snuff out of the boxes.
Yeah,
one of his most famous songs is "Oh Gosh, These Sandwiches Are Great."
It's canon.
Yeah, the name
popularized sandwiches.
The song is "Oh Gosh," and then in brackets, "These sandwiches are great."
You realise we're now going to have to do a 17th century one shot. Okay, so after that slight deviation, Sean, you find your way over to the Elysium. D, where are you at this point?
D is at the Elysium. Since D doesn't want to go into the last post because Alex wouldn't be able to find it,
Mhm.
they're going to be out front cleaning their motorcycle, which I'm assuming they still have.
Oh, what, the little maxi pooch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still there.
Yeah, that's Dee's like spy vehicle for like active missions.
Okay, then. All right, then. So, Alex, you find the gates to the Elysium open, and you can see a figure in front of a very large railway carriage that is randomly placed at the back of the junkyard. It looks like it's probably D.
Can I roll to check? Because I don't trust you.
Roll away.
What do I roll?
Grit.
Grit. My least favourite one. 7.
That'll do. Yeah, that's D.
Ah, sweet. Okay.
You recognise a baseball cap.
I am not going to get murdered today. I go up and I say, "Hey, it's me. I brought you a tiny fish."
Is Nettles with us?
Nettles is with you, yeah.
Okay, Dee just kind of snatches the whole bag from Alex and like pulls out the large fish and like tears it in half and throws half of it to Nettles.
That's a reaction. Both of you make flight rolls for me. Whoever wins gets the fish.
Comes my d20. Oh, you're kidding.
7.
Sean managed to get a 2 with his d20. This is why you shouldn't use Roll20. Kat had exactly the same problem. She always got 2s. All right, so Eve, do you just want to narrate this for us?
Yeah, Dee just like as Alex is approaching, like holding up the bag, they just kind of like snatches like cool thanks and like just pulls out the fish and tosses like half of it to Nettles and starts eating the other half. It's like, I really appreciate that. Thanks, man.
Nettles catches it like in his mouth, no problem, and it's gone before you even have a chance to see what's happened, Alex.
I am vexed.
Dee hands the rest of the bag back while they're eating that chunk of fish.
Second day in a row I've been vexed. And I'm going to just eat the rest of my chips. And not be particularly pleased. But I am hoping that being here in this horrible, smelly junkyard is going to provide me with some answers. So I'm going to let it slide.
Alright, come with me. But you need to promise something, that you ain't ever gonna tell anybody about this place. Okay? It's magically protected, so nobody else can find it unless somebody points it out to them. So once again, don't tell no freaking cops. Okay?
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, no, I can do that.
Good grief. Let me guess. The cops were super helpful and friendly and whatnot, and everything worked out great.
No, it did not.
Yeah, no, I know, because they came and talked to me. Come on, get over here. Dee takes Alex over to the last post, leading them through the secret door. And
so, Alex, Dee leads you to a large corrugated sheet that they pull back, and you can see that there's a walkway between these piles of trash. You go through the walkway and find yourself in a clearing, surrounded completely on every side by piles of junk. And slap bang in the middle of this clearing is
coconut.
No,
it's in my bag.
Is a very large air raid shelter.
Oh.
It has a battered sign outside, an old pub sign that says The Last Post on it.
Cool. This is cool.
Yeah, so this is it. This is the hideout. This is where I base all of my wizard fighting operations from. Welcome.
What? Wizard fighting?
Yeah, no, I told you about the wizards, right?
Hang on a minute. No, but you're not serious, right?
No, I'm deadly serious. I fought wizards, some sort of murder tornado, a water dragon fish guy. There was a walk elemental, but I didn't have to fight that. I just had to run away from a bunch of wizards doing that. A super demon threatening to eat the planet.
Can I roll to check if they're telling the truth? Because I don't believe any of this nonsense. I think This is a bit ridiculous.
Okay, roll brains for me.
That's a 2. This is nonsense. Why is it so bad?
You struggle to believe any of this. Take an adversity token, by the way.
I'm getting so many. I've got 10 right now.
It's an information overload, and there's
hang on a minute.
much...
Hang on a minute. I've got the strength intuitive. That means I can do something.
Yeah, that lets you spend an adversity token to know a thing.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to do that because I've got loads of them.
Okay. All right.
Go on. Go for it. I spent one. I'm just going to ignore that thing you roll, and I'm going to use intuitive instead.
Okay, then. Your intuition tells you that Dee believes everything that they're telling you.
They're crazy. I see.
It doesn't. It gives you no indication as to what they're telling you is the truth, but Dee certainly believes that it's true.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be wary, but I'm going to continue following them. I guess. Are we going to go inside? Are we going inside this place? Are we allowed to go inside this place? Is it safe?
Yeah. No. Are you kidding? I'm going to show you my wall. Okay. D opens up the door and does the exact same thing that the cop did and motions Alex in. After you.
Okay. I go in.
You need to get the full experience.
I go in expecting Farley to be murdered.
As Dee opens the door, there's a little tinkle of a bell. Can you make a flight roll for me, please, Sean?
I'm going to die.
Oh, yeah.
I'm rolling 9.
Can you take an adversity token, please?
Oh, for bloody buggering balls.
Oh, I guess some monsters in here.
So, just as you walk through the door of the last post, there is a sudden rustle, and all of a sudden,
I'm incinerated.
You're taken by surprise, and you're actually knocked off your feet as a large bundle of sentient cloth jumps on you and dashes about and rubs itself all over your body, which is currently lying on the floor.
I'm feeling a touch of cloth.
Looking closer, you realise it's a big bundle of socks, a big bundle of moving socks that looks like a dog.
Oh, I don't like it. Are they washed socks? Are they clean socks?
They're cleanish.
Yeah, they don't reek.
That's right.
I think Dee's tried to give it a bath.
I am flailing. I'm flailing. There's flailing going on. There's definite flailing and panicking.
Toes, get off. Get off there.
Help.
Toes, get over here.
What?
Get over here.
What's it called?
Toes.
Toast?
No, toes.
Toes?
Like on your feet.
Toes? Get off me, please. Help.
Just as you start to say, get off me, help, it waves its socky ears in your face. And then just trots over to Dee. Nettles has also come in, and you can't be 100% sure, but you could swear that Nettles was frowning at the ball of socks.
So those are socks. Those socks are moving?
Oh yeah, no, I found it in a box.
What? What?
Yeah. No, magic's real, BT dubs.
I'm broken.
Deep breaths. Oh, you can do it. It's okay.
I run out of the bunker and I throw up.
Dude, I've been trying real hard to keep this place tidy.
I throw up in wherever there is a toilet somewhere within all the junk.
That's gonna stink so bad.
I'm just throwing up. I can't hear anything. I'm just my mind is full of fudge and I am confused. And eventually I turn around and I go, okay. All right. Can you explain what is going on?
What about toes? I have no idea what's up with that. That was a weird thing.
Not about the sock monster dog. I mean, what is happening in this town?
That's another thing that I'm not entirely sure. It has something to do with this town being real close with like the Feywild and like ley lines and what. Oh yeah, no, there's another universe like right next door to us. Yeah, and so like I think it has something to do with that and like ley lines and whatnot. I've been having a lot of trouble getting like real concrete specifics on that. I'm not gonna lie, I know like I might be a bit of a surprise. I'm not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
What? No.
So you'll know I'm doing my best here. Come on, yeah, I'll show you the wall. You'll see the wall, and it all makes sense. He goes back inside of the post.
Who else knows about this?
Right now, pretty much nobody. The angels, but they're gone. They're in deep trouble.
Sure.
So it's complicated. Look, well, I'll get y'all filled in when I can. Do you have the power up and running in here? Or
not yet?
Not
no.
yet. So yeah, like D flips on like a little lantern as they're walking in, takes it over to the wall, and shows off. It's just this wall with like a crudely drawn map of the town and a whole bunch of like pictures, and the things that don't have pictures have like crude drawings, and then there's a bunch of red string connecting it all. It doesn't look like anything and it makes no sense.
Can I roll brains to try and understand?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm going to roll it using my phone app this time, because I don't trust Roll20 anymore. It fills me with dread. Boop. That's an 8. Is there method to this madness?
The gestures at the wall, and you step forward to take a close look. It is chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots and lots of things to take in here. You can see a crude drawing of what looks like a fish at the intersection of Columbus Road and Franklin Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a big question mark over the area where the Phoenix Plaza currently is.
Mm-hmm.
You can see... Well, you tell me, D, what else do we see?
D definitely has, since I'm assuming D probably didn't have like a actual picture of Victor Wallace handy. They've just got a drawing of him frowning over near the Phoenix Plaza. There's a cutout from the newspaper of Nana Casper. So you're asking me a whole bunch of names right now, and I'm brain farting on all of them. So yeah, they got like Nana Casper up over Tim's DIY. Below it's written, "Deal with the devil?" ? The murder clouds out in the sticks above a farm, which that one's just like an angry tornado.
Actually, Alex, there is one photograph that you do see that is very familiar.
Okay, I was going to ask if, as someone who is seeing this with fresh eyes for the first time, am I noticing anything that maybe D hasn't noticed because they've been so wrapped up in it? Like, am I noticing any patterns or anything?
No, because you're distracted slightly, because you suddenly realise that there's a picture of your history teacher up there as well.
Right.
Just pinned up next to the town hall.
You see, I would have thought the big dog made of socks would be distracting me, but yeah, no, this definitely is something that would be catching my attention.
Yeah, if you want to try and make a brains roll to try and make a connection between these things as with a fresh pair of eyes, then
sure, I'll roll one just to give it a go. That's a 10. I'm about to blow this case wide open.
The only thing that you see that perhaps raises an eyebrow a little bit is that the way D has strung and linked the pictures and the sites together, it does look a little bit like a pattern.
Right.
I mean, it's a big hot mess of just stuff everywhere, so it's not leaping out at you or anything like that, but there does seem to be a sense of repetition within the way the string is laid out, but that's about as much as you can really kind of determine.
It's kind of one of those things where like you start squinting at it and like you're like, is that something?
I'm not quite sure, but I've got a feeling. There's a feeling there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, tell me more about this lovely picture of my history teacher. What are they doing up there?
Who, Aaron?
Yeah, what are they doing up there?
I don't think she'd be too cool with me telling you just like her deal.
Her deal? Is she a mafia boss? What does she do? Does she own a casino?
Huh? No, what?
A deal.
Yeah. No, she doesn't own a casino. Look, you gotta earn your place here before I go into too many specific details about friends. I'll tell you all about, like, my enemies and whatnot.
Right, okay.
Erin's cool, so I ain't gonna let out her whole thing yet. If you're chill, she can keep your composure and whatnot. I might see if she's cool with, like, you being in the full loop.
Right, okay. Sure. Is there anyone else I recognize on this map? Any pictures? Anything ringing a bell?
I don't know. It depends on what Dee's got up there.
She's got pretty much anything that they could put together over the past 5 weeks in terms of like differences in the timeline, plus everything that they remember from their time before that. It's a lot.
I mean, the only other thing you recognize, Alex, is a picture of Dee taken out of a newspaper. It appears that they solved some kind of crime a couple of months ago.
Just a quick question. It is only Dee in that picture, right?
It is only Dee in that picture, yeah.
Next to Dee, there's like an empty spot in the picture, and Dee like has a circle with question marks in it. And it just says, "Where is Sally?"
Who is Sally?
Sally is a friend of mine who got taken somewhere. Haven't exactly figured out where yet.
Just like Jessica.
No, totally different situation than Jessica because Jessica still exists.
Oh, great. Cool.
Yeah, she poked a big demon with a angel feather and it exploded. And everything got mismatched in time. And so, yeah, I've been trying to figure that out. It's been it's still real hectic couple weeks, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'll figure it out, you know. Made for this mystery solving stuff.
Do you have any idea what's happened to Jessica?
Not yet. We got a few clues. We got the acorns. I had a premonition last night.
A what?
You know, like a mind vision of where she's at. So we need to start scoping out some basements, like cellar type places.
What?
The thing that we're looking for is a humanoid wearing robes, and it's got like blue skin and weird eyes.
I don't like this. Are we ready to deal with something like that? I mean, it's taken 2 kids.
No, I mean, you know, I saved the world once already. Like, I think I can handle some squatty dude in the basement.
Okay. Sure.
Besides, I got Louis here, and dude pulls out the bat.
Hello, Louis. I do not like that bat. That bat scares me.
Plus, I'm learning to do magic. So, you know, we're getting there.
Can you show me anything?
D does the eye thing.
I don't like the sound of the eye thing.
Pretty much, D just gets like slight crow's feet around their eyes.
Oh, that's spooky.
I figured out how to do that. That's about the extent of what I can do so far.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's magic.
Can you do that?
What, put crow's feet on that?
Yeah.
I squint really hard.
Yeah, but I'm doing it without squinting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like feel it. There's nothing there. It's just like an illusion.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, right.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I mean, I can do magic.
Oh, okay. That's
Also,
cool.
the dog talks, but don't talk to me. Talk to Sally. So,
Okay.
not
Hello?
much use right now.
Hello there, dog. What's his name?
Nels.
Pardon?
Nettles.
Nettles.
Y'all
Hello,
with your
Nettles.
freaking weird tongues.
Hello, Nettles. How are you doing?
Nettles looks up at you. He's been quietly licking the newspaper that the fish and chips came in, and then as you peer down at him, he licks your hand.
Part of me is like secretly hoping that you were just gonna go. He goes, "Sup."
I would die. I pull my hand away. I don't like dog spit. Yikes. No.
Is there anything else you would like to do in the post?
Yeah. So Dee just like looks at Alex, is like, okay, so we need to figure out what exactly we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
B, figure out where it's at,
Okay.
and C, figure out how to take it out.
Right. Okay.
Okay?
How do you want to start this? You're the expert here.
Yes. All right. So, how we figure this out is we start looking into like books and whatnot, and asking around, seeing what we can find on it. So I've got a couple of clues. I already went over that: the acorns, blue skin, the weird eyes, the basement. So we gotta figure out what kind of monster it is. So I'm pretty sure that this is a monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any books?
Yeah, I got a bunch of books. He pulls out like a monster book.
Can I flip through the book and see if I can find something? Because I guess I probably don't mind reading as much as Dee does.
Oh, thank goodness that you're a dog brain person.
All right, then. Can you first of all tell me what this book is?
I don't know.
I think it's the one that Dee was trying to flip through last night, but got real bored and fell asleep.
Okay, so it was like the encyclopedia of mythical creatures.
Yeah,
or
it's
something
just like
that,
the
wasn't it?
general purpose. Like this is our quick reference guide.
Okay, then. In which case, Alex, can you make a brains roll for me, please?
Okay. I'm going to try it on the roll of 20 again. I'm going to hedge my bets. 10.
Hey.
So you begin to thumb through the book. You're a little bit more methodical than dear Dee, and you start scanning through pages, looking for information, and you think you may have found something.
Go on.
There isn't a huge amount. In fact, all there is a picture. It's a picture of a woman, a very, very old woman. And although it's in black and white, something about the picture sparks your interest.
Right.
Where the woman should have hands,
Yeah.
she has claws made of iron.
Ooh.
That would.
Her eyes are very, very dark. Obviously, you don't know what colour her skin is, but labelled underneath the picture is 2 words, and those words are black anise.
Black anise.
Mm-hmm.
Like anise is in aniseed?
ANNIS.
Okay. Is there anything else on black anise anywhere in this book? Or is it just this one page?
It's kind of like almost like a centerfold of various
It's
different
centerfold, is it?
creatures and animals. You know what I mean. So
I'm not going to make the obvious joke. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. No.
What, black anus?
Yes.
You see, I wasn't even going to go
Right.
there, but there we are.
Right, guys, you can Google it later and you can read all about black anus.
Okay. I really don't want to. I'm scared.
Hey, she's from up your end of
Is
the
she?
country anyway.
Oh, otherwise known as Black Agnes or Black Anna. Why
That's
did you
the
go
one.
with the most easily construed as a bad word name?
Because I like making Eve giggle.
Typical.
That's D giggling. D's giggling.
Is there anything else in the book other than this one page? It seems very strange that there's just a book with a page with just the name underneath. But
No, there's like I was trying to say before you started getting rude, was the center pages of this book. There is like a gallery of different
Right.
creatures, and one of these creatures is Black Annis.
okay, can I go to the not the contents, the opposite of the contents, the index, and see if Black Agnes is anywhere else in the book.
Okay, you see the name Black Annis in the index, and the only page it's referencing is the page that you've seen.
Oh, you're joking. That's unfair. This is a bad book. I don't like this book. I throw it down with disdain on the floor.
That's like, I don't own that, dude. That's from a library.
Why do you not own books with words in them? Why is this a picture book?
What? Okay, whenever I encounter a monster, I usually just get a look at it. It doesn't tell me its name.
But why do you have any books with words in them?
Well, not on me right now. We gotta go to like the library or the bookstore.
Will they be open at this time of night? I don't think they will they?
This isn't that late. We only got here a little while ago.
You're looking at about 6 o'clock.
Oh, but everything's closed in the UK at 6 o'clock.
Hey, time escapes you, huh?
Mm-hmm. Time escapes you when you're being attacked by a horrible sock monster.
Oh my god, it didn't attack you. It's just a real cuddly little turd.
I don't like it.
Socks looks up and bounds over.
No. Stay. Stay.
You kind of get used to it.
It nuzzles your calf.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I guess. That's okay. I'll deal with it. I'm dealing with it slowly inside. Do you want to go to the library then?
We can see if we can't squeeze in there real quick.
Okay. Shall we go to the library? Let's go to the library.
What's the librarian's name?
Carl.
Cole?
Carl.
Carl, that's right. Yeah, let's go see if Carl's in.
Okay, so you're getting on your bikes and you heading across town.
Yeah.
The library is not too far away from the town hall, so you start pedaling through the streets, and as you get up towards King's Way and towards the Civic Hall, you can see that a crowd has gathered outside the Civic Hall. There seems to be a lot of noise and a lot of shouting.
Oh, great. The fascist wizards better not be back.
Do we want to go and check? Do we want to check it out, or do we want to go to the library?
Yeah, well, we better check it out just in case it's more wizards. I hate those turds. They kidnapped me. You're gonna be learning a lot of like heavy stuff, okay? Welcome to being a wizard spy.
Okay, thank you. Give it a go. Okay, can we have a look at see what's going on?
Let's roll up on this crowd.
There appears to be a lot of shouting going on. You catch snippets of the gist of it. People screaming out, "We want answers! This can't go on! What are the police doing?" And you can see up on the steps of the Civic Hall is Mayor Hawkins, and stood next to him is Inspector Hawtrey. And the mayor says, "Look, ladies and gentlemen, you're just going to have to go home. The police are doing the very best they can, and I promise you we will get to the bottom of this. But for now, go home. Keep your children safe. Don't let them out after dark." Hawtrey steps forward and he says, "If anybody's got any information, I suggest you speak to one of our officers. We're appealing for any witnesses who may have seen the boy prior to his disappearance.
We should probably use this moment to get to the library, I guess.
Let's scooch on over there to the library, huh? Find Black Annis.
Let's go find Black Annis and let's clear my name.
Okay, you pedal over to the library. You get there and you find that it is closed.
Why you want to break into the library?
What? Really?
What? Yeah.
I mean, do you think we'll be all right? Is that safe?
I don't know. They might unleash, 20 bears in there overnight, as far as I know.
Have you broken into somewhere before? Like, is this normal for this crazy town?
Yeah. I mean, I break into lots of places. Do you pulls out their lockpicks?
What? Okay. All right. Have I been in the library before? I imagine I would have, because I would have been bored over the last couple of weeks and I've been grabbing some books or something. So, do I know the kind of section of the library where we might find books about certain metal-armed ladies?
Yeah, I would say you would know that there's a section on myths and legend and folklore and that sort of
Whereabouts
thing.
would that be? Is there a way around
Through the door and into the library?
Is there no back door?
I mean, I'm sure there's a back door somewhere.
It's got to be it's got to have been built with okay, we need to find this because I want to clear my name. There is a large, almost seemingly mob-like group of people who may, if we don't figure something out soon, they may start calling for me to be killed or something. I don't know. I'm panicking a little bit. Slightly hyperventilating.
This town's real into mobs.
Yeah. They look it.
Boy, oh boy, let me tell you, when they get into a mood, there's a mob.
Can you both make grit rolls, please?
Grit.
Yeah, let me tell you, you could definitely die.
6.
I got an 8. I might have adversity tokens. I don't know. I've been rolling okay.
Alex, take an adversity token. D, as Alex is peering through the library door to see if he can see anything, you notice that the crowd has begun to disperse, and you can also see that Hawtrey is headed in your direction.
Oh my god.
Less than 24 hours, and I'll find you and you lurking around.
Oh no, the horror. A couple of students are trying to go to the freaking library.
We had homework to do.
What monsters we must be. Oh, what crooked tales this does weave. What are you even getting at? What?
Just wait a minute, hang on. I need to get my bearings. I can't believe how badly D misquoted Shakespeare. I'm just trying to get over that.
You can't believe or you can super believe. I just want to
what's a tangled web we weave, yet first we practice to deceive. Oh, right, sorry. Okay, he says, you know exactly what I mean. The two people who are the only witnesses to the previous disappearance now pop up lurking around town when another child has disappeared.
We have homework to do.
You can see how that might look a little bit suspicious.
But we are kids, we have homework.
We live in this town. What are we supposed to do? Just hide in our freaking rooms?
Yeah.
Well, I suggest what you do is go home.
Okay, that was the plan after we stopped by the library, but apparently we missed it. Caught up looking at what was going on over there. Did somebody else go missing or something?
What do you think?
Cool, great. That's super wonderful. Yeah, let's not tell children this because apparently they're the targets of the whole thing that's happening. So instead, let's
you should be home.
The children to be like, oh yeah, no, you're suspect number one.
Nobody's suspecting you of anything. My only concern for you is the fact that you seem to think that you're gonna somehow break this case open.
Oh no, I think you know what? I think I am.
Go home.
I'm going to go home.
Same.
But not because you want me to, but because I don't really have anything else to do right now.
Yeah, the library is closed. We can't do anything. We're gonna.
I couldn't care either way. Just disappear out of sight. I don't want to see you out and about in town.
All right.
Search parties have been sent out. We don't expect to see any children in and around Marsh Haven.
Oh my god, are we back on the whole curfew?
This is not a curfew. Not yet, anyway.
Come on, Alex. Let's
Go on, up it.
see.
See you later.
See? What do you say, huh? What did I say?
He's awful.
Yeah, they're the pits.
I just don't I don't understand. Like, you'd have thought he would be listening to.
It's so hostile.
Yeah,
Like, oh yeah, no, we're definitely gonna tell you everything.
this is awful.
Yeah.
This is horrible. This is a horrible town.
Brits on Bikes is steered by the Kids on Bikes RPG by Doug Lewandowski and Jonathan Gilmore. For more information on the game, visit renegadegamestudios.com. Brits on Bikes featured Eve Smith as Dee, Sean Oxspring as Alex, and Jimmy Sprinkles as the GM. To keep up with all the latest BOB news, you can follow us on Twitter @Brits_Bikes. To unlock exclusive BOB content, you can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/BritsOnBikes. Help us share Alex and Dee's adventures by reviewing us on iTunes, Podchaser, or anywhere you get your podcasts. And remember, keep on biking.